Hey guys, what's up? I just had this random idea just out of nowhere to make a video giving tips on how to find a Chase Funko Pop. I'm just going to explain a couple of things that have worked for me and hopefully they'll work for you too. So, okay. Number one, go to Walmart late. And I mean late, at the earliest, maybe 11 p.m., but I would try to wait till midnight or past midnight. A lot of Walmarts are open 24/7, and I have got lucky many times. Well, one time I found two Chases around 12 a.m. Two, not one, two. And I think it's because they restock around that time or a little bit before 12 for the next day. And little kids aren't walking around. There's really no one there in the toy section, so you have a great chance of seeing one and a great chance of picking one up. I've even found a lot of Walmart exclusives that way too, which are also extremely hard to find for me. I mean, in my Walmarts, they're really hard to find. So, I definitely suggest going to Walmart if you can at 12 a.m. or past 12 a.m. Or just find out their schedule. Even ask them if you want. Restock at midnight or if they restock a little bit before or after. If going there late doesn't work for you, they might just let you know. So, number two. Okay, my Hot Topic actually announces when they're going to have Chases, and they will say we have two, we have three. If you know something like big is coming out, which most of the time we know when something really cool is coming out, we know when it has a Chase, and we know it's going to be a Hot Topic only kind of thing, get at Hot Topic early. Get there, I don't even know, an hour early. Stand in front of the gate before they open the store and be ready to run in, go look at that shelf and turn it upside down trying to find that Chase. And if you don't find a Chase, ask them, do you have any, and have you unloaded everything yet? And if you haven't, what time will you be stocking? Because they always told me in the past what time that they would be stocking, and I know my Hot Topic employees have been very helpful with giving tips and stuff. So I definitely recommend knowing when really cool pops with Chases are coming to Hot Topic exclusives, and get there early in the morning. Or just pay attention to your Hot Topics Instagram account because they might drop you hints. Mine always drops hints. So that to me is very helpful. Number three, I would say find some really good independent Funko sellers. Like, for example, I found some amazing stores. I found an amazing store and I found an amazing comic book shop that are kind of local to my area, maybe an hour away-ish, but still. They carry tons and tons and tons of pops. I mean, the one place has thousands of pops, like everywhere, wall to wall, shelf to shelf. It's insane. From every year, they have so many Chases. Basically, pretty much whatever Chase I can think of, they have, or they're going to get it. And yes, it may be a bit overpriced. That is the downside. And, also in that way, you're not authentically finding it yourself. You're not seeing it and grabbing it from a shelf, which I know is really the best feeling. But if it's something you really, really want, I recommend just getting it, depending on the price. If it is way, way, way overpriced, then don't. If it's just slightly overpriced, I think that's worth it. So yeah, do some research about your state and where there are either stores or comic book shops that do sell Funko Pops, because you never know what you're going to find in one of those. I found probably all of my best pieces in that shop that I went to. So I hope that you can find a place like that too. Okay, so number 4, I definitely recommend checking behind every single box every single time you go somewhere looking for Funko Pops. And also figure out the hidden areas where they do keep other pops, because I feel like Target does it, Barnes & Noble does it sometimes, Walmart does it, where they'll have, for instance, Five Nights at Freddy's, they'll have that section in the general toy section, and they will have some Five Nights at Freddy's Funkos over there instead of in the regular Funko section. But it's very, very important to check behind every single box. I actually went into a Toys R Us during the middle of the afternoon. It's tons of kids, tons of people, and I just looked behind some boxes. I mean, well, actually, I was checking behind every single box, And what do you know? I found a Chase cupcake from Five Nights at Freddy's. And I was so happy and excited, especially because it was the middle of the afternoon and tons of people were there, but they didn't find it. So you have a really good advantage if you actually sit there and take your time to check behind every single box if you're really serious about trying to find a Chase on your own. So number 5 is a little bit obvious, but I feel I have to mention it anyway. There's always eBay. You can always count on eBay for just about anything you need. That's an option, but I think trying to follow some of my tips first are a better option. So number 6 is giveaways. Look on Facebook, look on YouTube, look on Instagram for any kind of Funko Pop giveaway, because they're going on all over the place, and sometimes they do giveaway chases. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, but what's the chances that I'm going to win? Well, let me tell you, I have won 3 in the past 2 years. 3. I think I won 2 in the same year. And they were amazing giveaways. And there were tons of people that entered, but I won. So you always have a chance. Don't think you don't. You never know. You always have a chance. But the thing is, don't be one of those accounts that only, like on Instagram, for example, don't be one of those accounts that's just a giveaway account where all you do is enter giveaways on your entire page. And because tons of giveaway owners will see that and notice that, and they won't count your entries because they want you to be a real account that really participates in the community, the Funko community, posts about Funkos. They don't want to just give it to a giveaway account. So don't do that. But if you have a regular account that you post to regularly about Funkos, about toys, or even just a regular account, not even about toys, I think it's great to, try any and every giveaway entry every now and then. Not every single day, but every few days, something like that, you should enter. And my last one would be join Funko trading communities. Particularly on Facebook, I noticed that there are a lot. If you're a child and you are not old enough to have Facebook, you can ask one of your parents if maybe they would join one of these groups, because these groups are constantly trading or selling Funko Pops, and they sell pretty good ones a lot of the time. And you never know when there might be a chase. In the groups I've joined, I haven't seen people really try to rip you off and overprice what they're trying to sell. And the good thing about the community aspect is that you can comment back and forth and talk with that person right on the page, on that post of what that person wants to sell or trade, and you can communicate. So it's not like, eBay where you just have to put in a bid, or like Instagram where you're just trying to, post a giveaway post. You can actually interact with this person, try to haggle with them. You never know. So I highly, highly recommend joining Funko trading and selling communities. And that's about it. So, let me know if any of these tips help. I truly hope that you might want to try one of these, and I especially would hope that it would work for you and that you will find a chase. But, always remember, you can always find one randomly, right? You could always find one randomly. There's always a chance. I wouldn't go into it expecting to find one, because every time I find one, it's when I don't expect it. Like, for example, I went into Barnes & Noble right before closing time, and there was a chase right there on the shelf, just sticking out. And I was like, what the heck? And there was nobody there. So, because it was so close to closing time, but nobody took it, and I found it. And, it was just very good luck, I guess. And that's about it. So, let me know if any of these tips helped you, or something, I mentioned something you may not have thought about. I truly hope that these hints will help you. And I hope you learned something if you didn't previously try any of this. I hope that you do try it, and I obviously hope that you're successful at finding a chase. Let me know if you found this to be helpful, if you liked it, if you want to see a video like this again in the future, or whatever kind of video you want to see. Please feel free to request down below. Please like this video if you found it to be helpful. And please, please subscribe if you want to see more like this. It would mean the world to me if you subscribed. And that's about it, guys. Till next time.